The following WCIA3 News Special is brought to you by S&K Buick GMC, the McDonald Group, and Copper Creek Contractors. Now honoring mentors with Celebrating Central Illinois. Here is your host, Amanda Brennan.
Good evening, I'm Amanda Brennan. A mentor is someone that you look up to in your life. They can give you advice, support, and lead you down the right path. Tonight, we continue celebrating Central Illinois, and we're talking all about mentors. Over the next half hour, you'll meet people inspiring others no matter the age. Whether you're a teenager needing a bit of a confidence boost or someone who's looking at a second chance at life. We start tonight's special with a program helping with one of life's biggest transitions. Becoming a mom can be challenging. You're responsible for yourself and now a tiny new human. A group in Champaign County wants to make everything a little bit easier for teen moms in particular.
Being pregnant at a young age is really hard.
Unique Hedrick's motherhood journey started when she was 16.
I got 2 kids. This is my oldest.
Hedrick and her little guy Zayden have been a part of Young Lives in Urbana for about 4 years.
Where we're trying to make more core relationships with 1 or 2 moms to hopefully build like a forever friendship.
For Hedrick, the relationship between her and her mentor is one that will never be broken.
Yeah, I was homeless before, and Aaron put me in a program, and I got my first apartment through this program Aaron introduced me to. Now I'm on my second apartment.
We try really hard to use the resources that our community has to be able to build them up and just show them of here, all of these things can help you.
Rain Gula's life revolves around moms and their kids. When she's not mentoring, she's at work as a labor and delivery nurse.
It lines up really well with this because a lot of our moms are pregnant or have recently had babies. So I feel like there's a lot of questions and things that they have, and so it just it works out well.
And as the mentees grow into motherhood, Gula finds herself growing too.
They have taught me so much. I have a 2-year-old myself, and I feel like I learn from them on a daily basis.
It's a program she's humbled to be a part of.
It has been one of the best things in my life.
In something that has changed many young lives.
If I didn't have this group, I don't know where I'd be at for real. This program is a lifesaver, for real, for real.
And if you want to start mentoring, or if you're a teen mom yourself looking for resources, Young Lives meets regularly in Urbana. We've got a link to their website with contact information on WCIA.com. And from Urbana to Decatur, where a strong bond between sisters can never be broken. Between doing each other's hair, watching rom-coms, and supporting one another, sisters are always creating lifelong memories. But you don't always have to be family by blood to have that type of relationship. Molly Berry and Trinity Wright are an example of just that.
I have always loved my role as a sister. I'm the oldest in my family. I have 2 younger sisters.
So it was only natural for Molly Berry to want to add another sister to her life, but not necessarily a biological one.
I mentor through Big Brothers Big Sisters, so I am Trinity's big and have been for the last 10 years.
The two met in Decatur when Trinity Wright was 8. Her great-grandma signed her up.
But somebody told her about the program and that it was for kids that needed mentors or leaders in their life. And I live with just my grandma, so she thought it would be a good thing for me and my brother to get into.
It was like a match made in heaven.
When we were young, when we were both young, right? I think of all of those, we had a social relationship, right? So we would do lots of activities. We would go to the movies, we would go to dinner, we would go get ice cream, we would go putt-putting, anything and everything that we could do outside.
One of our favorite things to do is our Christmas together. That's my favorite tradition, I guess you could say we have.
They travel together, visit colleges together, and do things as simple as going bowling together. But it's also grown into something much deeper.
But this is forever, ever, the 2 of us. I see us future and beyond. Trinity is part of the fabric of my family.
They both know it's a deeply rooted relationship they'll always have.
This is for life. That is one thing that she said to me when we first got matched, that this is not a program and that this is for life.
Molly says she's gained more from their connection than she ever thought possible.
I think to Trinity and I think of her resiliency as a person, and that's one of the great things that I've learned from her.
And Trinity knows Molly is the reason she's as confident as she is.
I don't think I would be going to college without her or be just in the position I am in my life without her. I just think she's definitely changed who I am, and I couldn't imagine my life without her in it.
And the story doesn't stop there. Trinity also nominated Molly as Big Sister of the Year in the state, and we just learned that she won. Now she moves on to the national level and is one of 49 other Big Sisters being recognized. That winner will be announced at a conference in Dallas come June. Plus, they're not the only two in Decatur lifting each other up and changing lives. So are leaders within the SIMP organization. It stands for Sherrod's Independent Mentoring Program. Earlier this month, some of the young girls got involved and put their leadership skills to the test, and I was in the room to see it happen.
You're going to read your question, and then you're going to decide as a group what the answer is.
Give me the paper. A morning of smiles, laughs, and leadership filled the gym at American Dreamers STEM Academy in Decatur.
Today was about leadership. We've been working with our girls since our Educated Girl Youth Summit.
One of those girls is 5th grader Markiah Wilder.
It started off by snacks and drinks and phone numbers.
It turned into a scavenger hunt and Girl Empowerment Day at school.
Today was an opportunity for them to use their skills to be graded with a rubric on organization, creativity, teamwork.
Jarmi Sherrod created SIMP Incorporated, a mentoring program aiming to teach children exactly those things.
The number one thing is we always tell kids that they're the future. So if they're the future, then what are we doing right now?
The answer? Learning important life skills like leading this scavenger hunt.
It's going to help because I figured out teamwork is really good, helping each other is good.
And seeing this hard work pay off
2, 1, time is up.
makes Sherrod feel good.
The fact that we got messages from principals saying, you know what, this is what they've been doing. They've been meeting with it. They scheduled the gym. They scheduled the auditorium. They did the signs. They worked ahead of schedule. Like all of those things makes me proud because if I and my team can say that we've done one thing, this is a positive thing. And so everything about this week is positivity, and we want them to continue to have that and going forth.
And female FBI agents from Springfield were also there working and interacting with the girls, sharing stories about their jobs. Students got to try on some of the gear and interact with them too. It's just another way to empower the students and show them anything is possible. One woman is giving girls the power to be confident leaders, the skills that she's teaching. Plus, from being homeless and a drug addict to getting clean and having a job, how he was able to turn his life around.
Celebrating Central Illinois continues, honoring mentors.
In the winter months, many homeless shelters say they typically see an increase of people coming into their doors looking for help. They want to do what they can when it comes to providing support and housing. For one man in Champaign, mentoring programs with just those things changed his life.
I was actually a substance abuse addict and was homeless living in a truck.
But in 2022, Jonathan Gorth's mindset changed. He didn't want to live that life anymore and worked up the bravery to walk through See You at Home's doors.
And that's when I met Cedar.
Cedar King is the one who steered Gorth in the right direction.
I think at a big level, we think of people like Bill Gates or Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Shohei Ohtani, people like that who are enormously successful, and we forget they had help to get there.
The two of them connected through the Pathways to Progress mentoring program.
Essentially, it's a journey because people are going from where they have been homeless, in need, and they are going to where they are self-sufficient.
King says people tend to grow naturally when they connect with people they feel safe with.
I've gone through a lot of things as far as mental health. I deal with a lot of mental health, and Cedar's been there to help me through a lot of it. I had actually taken some time off from work and life to go back to the hospital, and Cedar was really supportive through that.
But the weekly conversations expanded beyond the tough times too.
One of the big connection points with us immediately was music.
King's help inspired Gorth. Now he's in a role similar to King's.
And just over the last few months, I've gotten a job out at Rosecrans. I work at Rosecrans as a Unit 2 specialist. I work with clients in inpatient treatment.
He says a job like that has been the goal the whole time.
I get to work hand in hand with people who are going through the same things that I've been through: homelessness, recovery, substance abuse issues, mental health issues, and I get to work with them to give back.
It's an accomplishment King is proud of.
Emotionally and mentally, I've seen him go from somebody who was maybe just, I wouldn't say scared, but very wary and very cautious, to somebody who feels like he can take some risks now.
Growth like that is something Gorth would have never imagined in his wildest dreams.
It's an amazing feeling because I never thought that I'd be where I'm at, right? And a lot of it comes from a lot of the help that I got from See You at Home. A lot of the encouragement. The staff here is fabulous, all the staff. I made some really good friends, and I never thought that I'd be able to give back like that, on that type of level.
I asked him what his message would be to someone struggling right now, and he wants everyone to know that help is out there. No matter what, don't stop looking for it and reach out to the people who are trying to reach out to you. Don't give up. Well, we all need a bit of a confidence boost, especially during our awkward teenage years. How one woman is doing exactly that for girls in Champaign County. Teenage years can be tough. Your brain is developing, life is changing, and there can be a lot to think about. In Champaign County, Erin Tarr is helping girls navigate that more and more. She used to be a history teacher, but then became a mom and realized how critical it was for children to learn life skills and academics. So she took matters into her own hands and started her own unique type of classroom outside of school.
And we're going to use our voices as loud as we possibly can without hurting Miss Erin's ears.
So this is kind of the overarching theme that pervades all of my programming.
I choose my thoughts to create my life and change the world.
And everything that we do revolves around those principles.
I am fierce.
Erin Tarr is a Champaign-based confidence coach.
Coaching is just a way of helping anyone be able to have the tools that they need to show up as their best self. And that's what I think confidence really is.
She's working on changing the world one fierce girl session at a time.
This is part of the game, yes. We are learning how to be the best version of ourselves. We are learning how to communicate clearly and honestly. We are learning how to be leaders, really. We're learning how to be leaders of ourselves, of our families, of our communities.
Tarr's career has always revolved around shaping the next generation. She used to be a teacher and administrator.
So 10 positive adjectives that describe you.
But her focus shifted when she had kids of her own.
I'm going to make sure that my daughters know and understand a lot of these principles, a lot of these mindsets and habits and things that are going to be really beneficial for them later on. And the teacher in me was like, wait, I'm teaching my daughters. I need to teach as many people as possible.
Finley Tarr, her 7th grader, has been by her mom's side every step of the journey.
I've been learning these habits and learning confidence since as long as I can remember.
She says one of the greatest things she's taking away has to do with gratitude.
I think that is one of the underlying themes that you wouldn't really think of when it comes to confidence.
Tarr knows connecting with girls at this age is especially important.
Statistically speaking, our confidence, especially for girls, plummets between the ages of 11 and 13. So ideally, I would love to get to girls before the age of 11 so that we can start to develop some of the mindsets, program the subconscious in positive, healthy ways before they reach those challenges.
But her goal expands outside of Central Illinois, too.
When you are upset with someone, this is the best thing you can do.
Tarr is dipping her toes into the world of social media, reaching a new audience with short videos.
Hey, go easy on yourself today because, let's face it, humaning is hard.
I teach myself by helping to teach others, and so that's almost a daily habit. If it was one person, it would be worth it.
No matter who it is, her goal is staying the same.
There is not one single way to get where they want to go, and when they learn just little tiny things here and there, it can make exponential, beneficial changes in the overall outcomes of their life, and they have the power to do that.
So I asked her what her best tip is for parents, and she says to stay curious. If you ask more questions and try to see things from your kid's perspective, she says you'll get a lot further. If you'd like to join one of her groups, you can visit her social media links. We have those on WCIA.com. While mentoring young men and getting them away from violence is one Champaign County man's goal, the mark he's leaving behind in his program. Plus this.
It's similar like a home away from home.
He's talking about this safe space at one Central Illinois Community College, how he's helping other students reach their life goals. Navigating college can be tough. You're learning in a new environment and trying to plan for your future. There's a lot to juggle, and in Vermilion County, there's one group in particular trying to bring some calm to the chaos.
Here on this campus, minority males do not complete degrees or certificates. A lot of them drop out.
So J.R. Scruggs is creating a safe space and making a change at the Danville Area Community College.
Like, you got to have someone that's around you, just a support group, honestly.
He's the one behind Iconic.
It's a mentoring style group. We do a lot of counsel. We do a lot of group environments. We go through different plans such as financial literacy.
It's the perfect spot for students like Traven Williams.
When it comes to, oh, you're struggling in this, you should just go over here. They'll help you. It's just good to have a brain for someone that's been here for a few years and know what's going on already.
He says it's a program helping him with networking, and Jalen Howell is seeing the benefits already.
I can go up and approach somebody now, well, easier than I was before. It's similar like a home away from home. Some people you can talk to that have relatively the same experiences as you. And also it's just a way where you can get resources to get help with classes or even these small things.
They all agree JR is one of the people they have to thank for setting the trajectory of their lives. What's it like having JR as your mentor?
It's an experience. It's a good experience. Most of our Iconic members know JR from the Boys and Girls Club. We were all, majority of us previous Boys and Girls Club participants. And it's just a full circle moment from when we were younger to now, that connection we can still have with each other.
Well, I've known him since I was a little kid, so he's never afraid to challenge someone and make them better. That's what he's done for me.
Banio Caroma has a similar goal in Champaign County. He's helping young men reach their dreams and keeping them away from violence. He's behind the group Vision to Succeed. It's steering young men down the right path, helping them to create positive futures. A little bit of foosball and a little bit of basketball.
There you go. There you go.
Those are just a few of the ingredients Banio Caroma is sprinkling into these young men's lives in Champaign-Urbana.
Manhood Training Camp is a male mentoring program with a rites of passage component. And basically we're taking our youth and we're giving them constructive things to do. We're also changing the narrative of what they see and hear on through influential media and TV on what it is to be a real man.
It started in 2022 as another branch of his Vision to Succeed program.
Our goal is to make the biggest impact we can in the community. The program actually came about due to the rise in gun violence in our communities.
He says bringing down that number starts with empowering young men. One part of that means they're focusing on what they're seeing online.
So if you don't like what your kids watching, let's help change the algorithm. And what we're doing is we're incentivizing these youth to create and promote positive content, promote nonviolence.
When the group gets together, that's exactly what they're working on.
The skit that we did is kind of one that plays on karma, since one person is just chilling out alone and a bully comes up, steals it, and karma strikes, where he comes to his friends, have it turn around on him, and he gets all his stuff stolen.
Within the group, Caroma is better known as BK.
He's a mentor to everyone in the program and a very nice person. When we all come here at first, he's very welcoming and nice, and so is everyone else in the group.
It's just good having him as a mentor, and you can always talk to him. There's no back and forth, it's just a chill environment.
What BK is doing now is what Joshua Crespo wants to do in the future.
I hope to take what I learned from this program and maybe even do a program of my own someday, and just to help spread the good word and help others.
He has big shoes to fill, but hearing those words is reaffirming to Karoma as he's helping the next generation chase their dreams.
We just want to let them know that, it's cool to be yourself. It's cool to be an upstanding citizen. It's cool to take care of your family. It's cool to be respectful. It's cool to have ethics. It's cool to have integrity. It's cool to do hard work.
We've introduced you to just some of the mentors right here in Central Illinois. People are helping teen moms navigate the journey of motherhood, turning someone's life around after being homeless, and keeping young men away from violence. This is all being done with a little bit of help at their sides. Stay with us for next month's special celebrating Central Illinois, honoring Black history. Thank you for watching and have a good night.
This has been Celebrating Central Illinois, honoring mentors. Brought to you by S&K Buick GMC, the McDonald Group, and Copper Creek Contractors.